series in the schools in Baltimore.
I'm the point guard. I'm the gentleman. Okay.
Talking about schools and you know, there's a lot of different things and rumors that go around of why he decommitted from Tennessee. Can you touch base on that a little bit for us?
Man, the Tennessee thing, all I can say, man, that was like blown way out of proportion. And you know, let me say this first. I'm grateful to corporate for doing this, because I have tried to clear this up with the newspaper, the internet media, and everybody only wants to write what they want to write.
Right.
So that's the purpose of doing this way. Can't nobody mix and match and take my words, add words, or put their own twist on things, or
right.
put the twist on things with Josh.
Right.
You know, us leaving Tennessee was not an easy thing and an easy decision at all to do. You know, I love Steve Forbes. I've never hid the fact that we love Steve Forbes, and Steve Forbes has been a great guy to us. However, there were some concerns early on with Tennessee in their style of play, the discipline that the team has, and do they actually get players better? I know that everybody say the style of play fit Josh, the style of play, yes, because he can run and gun, you know, but at the Master he had to run a system. It wasn't up and down transition as much as everybody thinks. So it had nothing to do with Worldwide West, William Wesley talking to Josh, because their conversation lasted 2 minutes. Regardless of what people think, you know, my son said something out of his mouth, slick to him, he was like, where your mouth at? He had a longer conversation with me than he did with Josh. So, and he never once put down Tennessee, he never once tried to send me to Kentucky, you know, he just basically said, you know, get your son a trainer, and he could be an elite guard at the next level. And that's all I did. And anybody in that man's position talks, you listen. So, right. Tennessee has nothing to do with Nike or Adidas. There's an array of schools that's recruit them down. We're not worried about the shoe company. We looking at the best fit for Josh, and you know where he's going to get better at and possibly achieve all of his goals. So, you know, Tennessee fans, and not just Tennessee fans, because I read the message board, and part of them hurt me because they really think my son is just that petty, or they think I'm just that crazy because a parent is taking control of their situation, of their kids.
Right.
You know, we're not getting caught up in none of that stuff. Josh just wants to play basketball, go to school, and do what he can do. So all of those guys that be on the message boards and be like, you know, the kid called Tennessee back and asked him back, or the kid going to a Nike school because of this, or a kid doing that, the kid got issues. Josh has no issues. Josh is one of the happiest go-lucky kids, will help give anybody his last. You know, that's why he doesn't have friends, he has brothers. You know, those are guys that he take under his wings, or they become his right hand. You know, so for all of y'all that keep writing that stuff out there, parents read that stuff, man, and y'all are making it bad for a kid to pick one of those schools off of the BS y'all writing.
And I think it's very important. I think you, in the last statement that you just made, it covers so much, because for those of you who have not seen the segments of the diaries that we've been doing, you really need to do that. I mean, www.courtcred.com. You need to do that, because you see so much about him that you don't know. And you spend some time around him, you spend some time around his family, and you'd be surprised, even in my shoes, they become your family. And I mean, that's something that you can't just do with everybody. As a young kid, you know, it's hard once you get a stigma about who you are to clear that. And we're just grateful, number one, that you asked us to do the segment. Number two, we're grateful that, you know, we're getting to have the time to be around you to find out who Josh really is. And that's what this is all about. So once again, if you have not seen the diaries, please check us out, www.courtcred.com.